Hello, Angel here. Welcome back to this space. Thank you for stopping by one more time. Lovely to have you here again. So today we are doing, as you can see from the title, wherever the title is, there maybe, a mini haul, a mini birthday haul. I had my birthday a couple of days ago, and I purchased some decks for myself, and I had purchased a couple through the year and wrapped up, and I purchased a couple just for my birthday to wrap up, to have something lovely to open on my birthday. So I am now 45, 5 years from 50. I don't want to talk about it. Let's get into the decks. I'm not separating these into tarot and oracle. I've just got a couple of decks here which I'm just going to grab, so whatever order they come out in is the order they come out in. Enough of the babbly. Let's get this started. So first out is the Divine Codes Oracle by Leah Showman. This is a Sacred Scribe Publishing deck. Don't think I've had a deck from them before. I'll let you read the back if you'd like to. Please pause. There we go. Lovely box. It's magnetic. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't fold out all the way. It stops here. But this is beautiful inside. And it's lovely for a mass market deck. I've had my eye on this one for a wee while. It's been on I haven't been able to pre-order or anything. And I do like collage decks, which you're going to see in a second, which is what this is. These are the backs. Edged in pink from the box, which I was most impressed with. And I love the collage style. I really, really do. And I like this because it's got this, so it's got a number, it's got a title, and then it's got like a bit of a key phrase, I'm going to say, or a phrase to jump off from, or to leap off from. So yeah, I just really liked it. And I wonder, or I think, this might pair really nicely with the Lioness Tarot Oracle, which I purchased secondhand recently from a buy-sell trade site on Facebook. Yes. Now I'm going to say that I do really like that there are these phrases on the deck or on the card, sorry, because I don't need to go to the guidebook. Obviously, I can totally build a spread or build a dialogue with my deck, or with the tarot deck, for instance, whilst pulling this card from this phrase, which I really like. Yeah. So I haven't used it yet because my birthday was only a couple of days ago. Really like this. I have read the titles on the cards, and some of them, which I didn't realise, obviously, when I looked at it online, some of it feels a bit too woo-woo for me. And I can't believe I just said that, because I am quite woo-woo. But I'm wondering if this takes a bit of a step on from woo-woo to woo-woo-woo. But I'm definitely gonna work with it. Looking forward to pairing it with some decks. The Lioness Tarot, as mentioned, really jumps to mind. Yeah, straight off the bat. Should we look at the guidebook quickly? I think we should. Excuse me, I'm going to pull for this one. Crystal Visions, your clairvoyance is opening up. This is the guidebook. It's this thick. And that's the thing as well. When I looked at the guidebook, I think I pulled a card. When I got this deck and looked through it, I think I shuffled the cards and pulled a card. And I remember reading the guidebook, and the text is like strangely, what's the word? Strangely spaced. That feels quite bizarre to me. Anyway, yeah, that's irrelevant. Let me just grab the Crystal Visions. So here we go. We've got the number, the title phrase, I'm going to say, and then we've got like a short description, which I like. A short description. I want to get in, I want to get a message, I want to get out. I don't want to be like reading through a whole lot of text, not all the time in any case. So yeah, pause and read if you'd like to. So there we go. That was the first one. Looking forward to diving into this one. I don't think it's going to be now. I think it's going to be January 2025. Although, you never know. It might appear in my December favourites. We shall have to have a look at that video when I film it. Let's move on to the next one. So the next deck I purchased for my birthday is actually a second-hand deck. I found it on eBay, maybe a week or two before my birthday. The Mausolea Oracle of Souls, I'm going to say it's called. This is a low Scarabeo deck. This is the back if you'd like to pause and read. Yeah, so this is the guidebook, obviously in several different languages. and I haven't started working with this deck yet. This is to help me with the shadow work and the mausoleum work I'm working with right at the minute. I'm going to edge mine in black. I think I'm definitely going to do that. I don't know if it's going to work for my inner mausoleum work, but that is the intention. That's the intention that I had when I purchased this deck secondhand. It was only a few pounds on eBay, and obviously with the postage costs. So yeah, I think it's very interesting. It's not the kind of deck I usually go for. It feels quite, obviously we've got a lot of masculine figures. I say that, and then Hathor turns up. This was quite a masculine deck to me, which is very unusual for the decks that I tend to have. I usually find that my decks feel quite feminine in energy, or maybe I purposely gravitate towards that. I don't really know. What was I going to say? Anyway, yes. So we've got these like keywords or titles on the cards, and then we've got three, or the title of the card, and then we've got three keywords, which I like. And we've also got this, for instance, this one, Vanth. I don't recognise this angel, I'm going to say. Caretaker of the Lost. We've got Respite, Assistance, and Memory. And we've also got these symbols. Now, I haven't looked into the deck enough to know what's going on. I don't think I'm going to read what the artist's intention was with this deck. I think I'm going to go with what I've purchased it for, which is obviously shadow work and inner mausoleum work. And I don't know if it's going to work. We shall have to see. But I think the images are very interesting. I think they're very provoking. I feel uncomfortable looking at some of these images. I love this image. I feel quite provoked by looking at some of these images, which is good for shadow work, I think. So yeah, can't tell you so much about it because I haven't used it yet, but keep an eye out in my December favourites. Let's move on. So let's move on to the first tarot deck, the Alchemy Visions Tarot. I know. I've been looking at this one for quite a while. It was an expensive deck, and it is mass market. So for a mass market deck, it was a lot. This is the back. If you'd like to read, pause now. Yes, so I've been eyeing this one for a good while, and I've kind of put myself off of buying it for a wee while, and then I just got a bee in my bonnet. I was like, I want this deck and I'm going to purchase it. And what actually put me off the deck is the size of the cards. Look at this. These are the backs, which I think are gorgeous. I don't know why, but this deck, and I'm going to turn the images over and you're going to go, well, no. But this reminds me of the Ritual Tarot, which I don't want. I don't feel attracted to that deck at all. But I don't know what it is. But there's something about this deck that reminds me of the Ritual Tarot. Not that I have it, so it's possibly totally different energy. I've looked through the cards once, and I took a really long time to look through the cards because there is so much going on in the cards. I'm going to say that's the cards back to front. So the minors are on top because I kind of looked at the cards and popped them back in the box at the same time because I couldn't hold them in my hand or have them on my knee because I just didn't have the room. The cards are just so big. But I just find the images so interesting, and again thought-provoking. I think. I mean, look at all this that's going on here. I'm sorry, was there a glare on the card there? No, I hope not. Let's move that like that. Is that better? Apologies if there was a glare. I mean, look at all that goodness, that gorgeousness that's going on in that card. There is so much to pull from, and again, you've got this planetary symbols. I think this is, I want to say Uranus, but I could be totally wrong. And I love, this reminds me of my inner mausoleum. I'm sorry, it just does. I can't help myself. I just find it really interesting. I'm not going to show you all the cards. Here we go. We've got the planetary symbols again. Neptune, I want to say. And I love that it's like black and white and colour. You've got this. If it was all colour, it would be too much going on, obviously. And so I like it that it's the black and the white so that you can differentiate between what is actually going on in the cards. Look at this for the Queen of Swords. Isn't that just delicious? It's scrumptious. Look how powerful and strong she looks. I love that. Sorry, sip of coffee. I need to put my cup down because I feel I need both hands for this deck. The cards, they're like, oh, they're not heavy. I'm joking, but they are big. So yeah, so let's just take a couple more. Love the Knight of Cups. I'm going to show you a few majors as well. So I just think there's a lot of juiciness going on in this deck. And there's me saying, I want to get my message, get in, get my message and get out. This is not going to be one of those decks. This is going to be like a proper deep dive. I've got plans for this in 2025, which I'm going to go into in another video, which is all about my intentions. Oh, let's stop on the Devil. That's a good card to stop on. Oh, I like it. Yeah, so the Alchemical Visions Tarot. I haven't even cracked the guidebook. Should we crack the guidebook? There is a lot. Let's go to the Devil quickly. Doobie doobie doo. Here we go. So we've got a little black and white image, and we've got one. Wait for it. 2 and a bit pages for the message or for the what's going on in the card. Here's a minor. It's 1, 2 and a bit. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same for both majors and minors. I think that's going to be a real chunker of a guidebook, and there's going to be lots of succulent, juicy information to, you know, absorb. Looking forward to this one in 2025. Let's move along to an oracle deck. So the next decks out are going to be oracle decks, and I'm going to be playing with pairs because, you know, well, I want to. So this is the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle and the Inner Child Oracle. I think this is quite new, and I purchased this maybe like a couple of days for my birthday, and it was about £16-17, which I think is quite good considering the cost of like mass market decks nowadays. Anywho, so anyway, I can't remember what I got this one for, but it doesn't matter. This is 44 cards, both decks, and I purchased these to go with the Lioness Tarot Oracle. So we're going to be playing with some pairs with those. Let's grab the Lioness Oracle. That's this one. This was a second-hand deck that I purchased on a buy-sell page, and I'm going to actually say that I you know, I kind of bought it as another birthday present to myself. Because, you know, I'm a rebel like that. So these are the Inner Child Oracle cards, which I think are lovely. They're not edged, which I'm going to do. And these are the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle cards. Love the backs of these. Obviously going to edge these. The cardboard is quite, sorry, the cardstock is quite cardboardy, I would say. This kind of reminds me of, is it Rockpool's cardstock? Oh, this is Hay House, sorry. This is a Hay House deck. This is also Hay House deck, sorry, both Hay House decks. You can tell I'm such a great reviewer of decks. I don't tend to look at the information beforehand because I don't think I'm not trying to say the deck, I'm just going to show you. Should we go a bit closer? Let's. Oracle personally does not speak to me of inner child work. I can't talk about the guidebook because I haven't looked at the guidebook. The Cosmic Oracle, Crossroads Oracle, I haven't looked at the guidebook for that either. So you're kind of getting the first impressions that I'm getting. So we've got the Lioness Tarot and the 2 new decks. I love this. There's this like architecture going on in the background. I love that. Stillness with Get Lost. Oh, and the 4 of Wands. Fall deep into the realm of imagination. We've got all the fours are coming out. We've got Freedom with Find Your Haven. Love this. With the 4 of Cups. There is a place of wonder waiting just for you. Now, I've mentioned previously, or recently should I say, that my cosmic decks I haven't been using for the last maybe 2 years or something. And then I had this epiphany with the Soul Mirror Oracle that they don't necessarily need to be cosmic decks for me. They could be, what's the word I'm looking for? So now I'm looking at these decks that I would have previously looked at as cosmic decks as liminal spaces instead. And I can work with that in my practice now. So yes, we've got Presence with Emotions Are the Reflection with the 6 of Cups. Look for the deeper meaning. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. I'm joking. I like this. This past, for the Six of Cups speaks to me of this nostalgia, this these memories. You know, this past memory, but with presence is very interesting. Look for the deeper meaning. I like that. So we've got discontentment with the Five of Swords. Do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. I like this. This is the first time I'm pairing them, so you know, your guess is going to be as good as mine. I love this. Wisdom with the Tower. Oh, and let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. Ooh. Do love me a good Tower card. This to me feels very much like, and I don't mean this negatively, or this is not an insult, but it reminds me of Rebecca Campbell's decks, or even maybe Danielle Noel's decks. And I do have Work Your Light and the Starseed Oracle, but this to me feels more grounded than those decks, hence the reason I purchased this one. We've got Connection with the Three of Swords. Interesting. Disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Oh, I like that. Interesting. I love these images, aren't they gorgeous? In fact, I love the images in all three. We've got Control with the Empress, with Connect to Eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. Like that. Love this. Gives me that nudge to my inner mausoleum work that I'm doing. Here we go. We've got Rest with the Ten of Swords. Love this Ten of Swords. Let go of the past. I like this. It is time to envisage a new story. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we're going to take one more. So we've got Adventure with the Seven of Swords. It is time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. I think there's real potential here. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Do you have any of these decks? What do you pair them with if you do have them? And how have you edged your decks? Which colour did you edge them in? Let me know. That's an important that's an important question. We're going to move on. I've suddenly feeling this is going to be a long video, so there may well be a second part to this haul. We shall have a look. Before we move on, should we take a quick look at the guidebook? Should we take a look at this one? Let's do that quickly. This is the guidebook. It's quite a chunky little book actually. We've got some spreads. We've got information about using the cards, cleansing and connecting with your deck. We've got ritual tools. This is interesting. We've got common ritual tools used in this oracle. That's interesting. And then we've even got crystal recommendations. Oh, I like it. And look, we've got crystal recommendations and what they mean, the meanings of the crystals. Oh, that's really cool. We've got affirmations and the cards and their meaning. Okay, so we've got Adventure. We've got, it appears to be, I haven't used this oracle obviously, as you can tell. We've got the description. We've got a bit of a ritual, which I like. And then we've got an affirmation. And that's the same for all the cards, I assume. Yes, that's interesting with a little ritual. I like that. Do you have anything else at the back? Let me have a looky. We've got some places for notes and some acknowledgements. That's interesting as well. Cool. And then we've got the Inner Child Oracle. Let's have a look here. So for instance, we've got 20. Let's take a look at that one so you can take a look if you'd like to read it. So we've got the number, the title, I'm assuming the description of the card, and then we've got a self-care exercise. Interesting. And a responsive journaling prompt. I like that. So here we go. Number 20. It is time to celebrate, cultivate an air of celebration today. And the journaling prompt is, how does it feel to your inner child to celebrate or to plan a celebration? What does the idea of excitement and expectation bring up in you? Are you worried about being let down or not being good enough? If you're experiencing any negative feelings around celebration, what can you do today to bring joy into it? Interesting. Let me just read this self-care exercise. Create spaces that encourage play, laughter and fun. Invite others to join in. And take pleasure in their company. Savour the simple beauty that good food and good friends can bring. Interesting. So it does obviously point back to inner child work. I don't think I'm going to be using this for that, but you never know. Never say never. I'm going to show one more deck, and then we're going to split this into two and do a second haul video. Let's get into it. What do we think? Tarot or Oracle? Place your votes now. Place your bets. Place your votes. Okay, so the final deck I'm going to show you in this little mini haul is Gothica Revealed. Oh, now I saw this one on Sandra's channel, and I was like, what deck is that? I need that in my life. And I think I felt really called to it, I think, because of the shadow work I'm working with, obviously, right at the moment, which I've been speaking about in all my videos. Here's the guidebook, which we're looking at in a second, and I'm going to show you the cards. Obviously, these are the beautiful backs, which are very 90s for me. This feels very 90s. Look at the gilding on this beauty. Red and gorgeous, love it. Yeah, I've been pairing this one with Bohemian Gothic Tarot and even the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot. Should I bring that in and pair it? Dare I be as bold? I'm gonna, because this is also a new deck in my collection, though it wasn't a birthday present. I was just naughty and wanted to purchase it because, you know, I'm totally feeling this aesthetic right at the minute. I've edged mine in black. It's a low Scarabeo deck, and this is the guidebook. It's a little white book. Oh, loving the devil. Let's do that. Let's pull these a little bit more into shot so you can see them. There we go, and there we go. Yeah, so let's have a look. We've got reconciliation with the bridge, with the devil. Doesn't this remind you of Hellboy? It does me anyway. It reminds me of Hellboy. Dracula with addiction and judgment. Ooh. Ooh. Now I have paired this deck as well, actually, with the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, Haunted House with Suspicion, and the Hermit. Love this. And they've also paired really nicely. So I've kind of been using those three as a pairing generally. We've got Coffin with Respite and the Two of Wands. Candle and Enlightenment with the Star. Sorry, with Temperance, sorry, with the Star. What am I talking about? I'm going to say this is not particularly my aesthetic, artwork-wise. This kind of reminds me of, is it called the Black Moon Lilith Oracle deck? Love that deck. So much so that I can't remember the name of it. We've got Dagger and Penetrate with the Sun. Swords are feeling very relevant at the moment for me. I don't mean as in like the sword suit. I mean actual swords. There's got to be something about that synchronicity going on. We've got Graveside and Remembrance with the Five of Pentacles. Love this. Yeah, this totally feels really 90s to me. I feel a bit all over the show, more than usual. So hopefully, you know, you're getting something from me flipping the cards and my waffling on. Apparitions with Intervention. That's interesting. With the Star. Ooh. Okay, we're going to take two more. Cave with Caution. Love the kitty cat. With the Ten of Cups. Okay, nice one. And then we're gonna read from the guidebook, possibly from both of them. Although I shouldn't really for this one, but I'm gonna, because I'm a rebel. Castle with Homecoming and Death. Oh, that sounds ominous, does it not? Oh, that sounds totally ominous. I'm gonna stop on those two. Oh, well, I actually quite like that, I've got to say. Let's go to the guidebook for Castle. The cards are in alphabetical order in the guidebook. So we've got a bit of an introduction page, we have got some sample spreads, and then we go straight into the card meanings. So here we go. Here we've got the castle, we've got a black and white image, we've got like a little bit of a, I'm going to say a bit like a poem, or yeah, and then we've got the message, the foresight, and the castle revealed. Pause if you'd like to read. Hopefully that's all in shot so you can read it. I've been really enjoying the guidebook, I've got to say. Okay, I'm going to go, sorry, I'm just going to show you the guidebook for this one as well. I love this death card, I really do. I find it quite, you know, haunting and quite scary. Ooh, scary Mary. Okay, let's look to the guidebook. Obviously, you know, I'm sure you've seen a little white book previously, but I'm going to show you anyway. So we've got a little bit of a write-up for the majors and the minors. So we've got death, transformation. Without death, there is no life. Even in fairy, his scythe will reap. Waiting in the shadows, he weeps for that which must die, and that which will be reborn. Oh, I find this really interesting, because this kind of speaks, again, I'm going back to my inner mausoleum. This is, for me, what my inner mausoleum looks like. It's like got all these, you know, these rooms where my ghosts are hiding, these facets of self that I'm, you know, fearful of or ashamed of, and even like past experiences that I cannot let go of for some reason. I feel that they're all housed in this mausoleum, and the more work I do with my inner mausoleum, the bigger it gets. Like initially I first started off with like a tower, and then the more work I've done within the shadow work, this mausoleum has kind of got, you know, it's acquired, like in my mind, more rooms to explore, and that are housing different facets of myself and different experiences. I hope that makes sense. So the death with homecoming, I feel that this inner mausoleum has been abandoned for far too long, and the facets that are living in my inner mausoleum have grown ugly because of the way I think of them, you know, with the fear and with being ashamed of them, and they've grown ugly. And so I had a really good reading with the Bohemian Gothic tarot recently, whereby I felt I was, you know, coming home to my inner mausoleum to open it up, yeah, it was I'm not going to go too much into it, but it was an excellent reading, and there was like a guide that was waiting, that had been looking after my inner mausoleum. Oh, it was a great read. I'm not going to go into it, but this, like, I love it. I love this. I love it. We're done. We're dusted. Stop talking, Angel. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your eye out for part 2. This was a long video. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit shorter. Yeah, part 2 of the haul coming very, very soon. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Take care, and hope to see you in the next video. Toodaloo.